Welcome everyone to the Miami Dolphins franchise prospect profile, where we look at college players who could be good for our Miami Dolphins. Last time we looked at quarterbacks, and today we will be looking at linebackers and cornerbacks. Let's start with Alabama's TERRELL Lewis, 22 years old. He's going to be a projected late second-round pick, and he looks like a really good pass rusher. B finesse moves, B minus pursuit. His scheme is a speed rusher, so that's pretty much a very good pass rusher, which the Dolphins could use some pass rushing at the outside linebacker spots, as Jerome Baker and Kiko Alonso aren't the greatest of pass rushers, as Alonso is more of a coverage linebacker. Next up, we got Chase WINOVICH from Michigan, 23 years old. He is a run stopper. He could probably play a little bit of defensive end too. So looking at his top three skills, B tackle, B pursuit, and B minus block shedding. So he looks more like a run stopper than a pass rusher, whereas that's what TERRELL Lewis looked like. WINOVICH is a projected early third-round pick. And Michigan's run defense is really solid. Even though they lost Maurice Hurst, they still got him, Rashawn Gary. So he could be a really solid pick for the Dolphins. Next up is TEVON CONEY, only 21 years old, out of the University of Notre Dame. Like WINOVICH, he is also a run stopper, and he has very similar top three skills. B pursuit, B tackle, and B minus block shedding. He is a projected mid-second round pick. The only difference in between these two is pretty much their ages, as Coney is a little bit younger, and Coney will probably be drafted before WINOVICH, as Coney should be a second-round pick, and WINOVICH should be a third-round pick. Next up, we got SHERMAN, an early fourth-round pick, only 21 years old, and the Dolphins really want to get this kid. As I mentioned, he's only 21, and he should be available in day 3, or might get picked in late day 2. B block shedding, B minus tackle, B minus pursuit. He is a run stopper. I could see some pass rushing in him. He could also potentially move to defensive end. I think he is a little small, however, only 6'1", so maybe defensive end doesn't make sense, even though Charles Harris has had some injury issues this year, and Cameron Lake could retire. Now we got T.J. Edwards, the middle linebacker from Wisconsin. We didn't really look at too many middle linebackers because Raekwon McMillan is playing really well. But T.J. Edwards looks like a really solid player, mid-second round talent. B plus pursuit, B tackle, B hit power. I think we would like to have his coverage higher than it is, but he does have some good run-stopping abilities. If he can improve on his zone and man coverage and probably his play rack, then I think he could be a really good middle linebacker for the Dolphins or for whoever drafts him. The last linebacker we'll be looking at is Jamal Davis II from Akron. Looking at his top three skills, maybe not as great as some of the other players. B minus block shedding, B minus tackle, and C plus pursuit. He is a run stopper, so it looks like most of these players outside of TERRELL Lewis are run stoppers. He's probably going to be picked in the early third round, 6'3", 236 pounds. Maybe we could always move him to end, but 236 is a little light, so he'd probably need to bulk up. Next up, we'll be looking at cornerbacks. We don't really need corners, but if we were to use our first-round pick on one, then this guy right here, Greedy Williams, would certainly not be a bad choice. The best cornerback in this draft. B zone coverage, B minus man coverage, and C plus press. I really like those top three skills because it shows that he is good in both zone and man, and he also is good with press, so he does have that little bit of run support as well. So he pretty much has the triple crown, and he looks like he's going to be a really good player in the NFL, whether he gets picked by the Dolphins or somewhere else. Next up, we have MONTRE HARTAGE. He is more of a slot corner, so he's probably going to be racking up a lot of tackles. He is a projected mid-4th round pick, looking at his top three skills. B minus man, B minus press, and C plus zone. Or C plus tackle, sorry. I think we would like his zone coverage to be a little higher, but he is a slot cornerback, so I don't know if that's as big of a worry. 23 years old. Could be a very solid value pick in the middle of 4th round of the NFL draft during day 3. Next up, we will be looking at Ken Webster, a projected 2nd round pick. His top three skills aren't as good as some of the other players, but he is still very solid and very productive at the college level. B minus zone coverage, C plus press, and C plus man coverage. Sort of like Greedy Williams, he has the triple crown, just he's a little bit worse than Greedy Williams. He has his own archetype, but he's not too much worse at man or run support. So I think he could be a solid pick in the second round of the draft. And maybe if he does fall to the third round, then that would be a steal. Next up, we have Rodriguez Keith out of Florida Atlantic, a projected late 4th round pick. This could be a really nice value pick. The only problem is he is already 24, which is a little bit of a concern. B press, B minus zone, and C plus man. So he has got press, which I think is very good. He is 6'1", or no, that's 5'11". So the height is all right. I don't know where I got 6'1" from. He could improve on his man coverage, but I think he is really solid. If only he wasn't 24, right? So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.